Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have been MIA for a minute. I am so sorry, but I know you'll understand me. I sometimes, as much as I have every intention to follow through with my plans, something happens, and of course I have to put my family and our health first. I have to put what we have to do for each other and with each other first, so I know you feel me. Not to say that YouTube's not important. It is definitely important to me, very much so. It's my passion. As you guys know, I am a cosmetologist, so it's not only my passion, but it's my profession. This is something I've been loving and into since I was a little girl. Of course, I couldn't wear makeup and go into all the beauty when I was little, but I just kept absorbing ideas from watching my sisters, watching commercials, watching TV shows. And so when I was able to get into all of this, which is at the age of 15, I just have been full force ever since then, and it's got nothing but bigger and better. I've told this story before. But yeah, it's like so much, I have an autistic son. There's a lot of autism. It's just not in the month of April, which is World Autism Awareness Month. But it's all through the year. It's every day for us in this house. And so I stopped working last year to be 24/7 with my son and make sure that his needs, his wants, his happiness, his everything is taken care of. I love him. He's the love of my life. He's my angel, my baby boy, my everything. I've told that story before, but I will never stop telling it. So yeah, so I've dedicated to him. Now my daughter's back in college, and I wanted to spend some time with her during the summer, and just a lot of things that we've had to do, that we wanted to do, that I just had to like step away for a minute, focus, breathe, relax, dedicate 100% to them and to whatever that we have going on. I also say health issues. My son will be having surgery next week. I'll be talking about that in another video. I've been on a serious cooking journey, and I don't want to go into it because I'm going to do a separate video for that. But if anybody that knows me knows that I've never known how to cook. I could do box stuff like macaroni and cheese. I can do a killer fried chicken, hamburger helper, rice-a-roni, that type of thing. I always wanted to learn, but my mother just never had the patience, and she said, I don't do anything by measurements. I've been cooking since I was a little girl, so I just throw it in. It comes out perfect. You just sit pretty and enjoy. If you want to do some dishes, I appreciate that. And my mother-in-law, I got a few recipes from her and here and there. But, I just wish that even though they couldn't teach me, that I would have kept a good eye on them, and I would have wrote everything I could as best I could to try to capture everything. When cell phones and videos came into play, I wish I would have recorded both my mother and my mother-in-law, and anybody who can teach me. My husband, he's a good cook. I just didn't think about it, and it wasn't until one day I was sitting on the couch, and I think about mother all day, every day. I miss her so much. It's going to be 20 years next year, and it's the pain and the missing her will never stop. You just learn to be strong enough to go on with life because your kids need you. You need to live, and that's what your mom or your parents would want you to do. But the pain is still there. So I miss her, but there's certain moments where I think about her in a special way. Things that she said, things that she did. In this particular time, I was thinking about her cooking and missing all those foods, and I realized that a lot of that generation has died off. Uncles, parents, godparents, all that older generation that could teach me has really died off, and there was no one left. And I said, oh my God, I gotta be able to wake up and get this tradition and pass it on to my kids. And thank God for YouTube that I was able to go on YouTube. I found a lot of Puerto Rican food, a lot of Puerto Rican cooks. I wanted to start with my culture, of course, but I wanted to find somebody that was very, very similar to my mom. I did. Shout out to Evelyn Dominguez. That woman has changed my life. But I'll leave that for another video. I just wanted to kind of let you know what I've been doing. My son will be having surgery, like I think I just mentioned, next week. If I haven't, he will be having surgery next week on his nose. He's always had allergies and serious health issues with his nose. When he was 5, he had an anoidectomy, and he had his tonsils removed because of all of that. But with the years, it's progressed. So I'm trying to prepare. It's very stressful, very scary. So I'm trying to prepare him and me and the family for that. just a lot going on. And I'll leave that for another video. I'll tell you what I've been doing because I can't think of my daughter. I wanted to spend as much time with her in the summer before she went back to college. She just started this week. And then, of course, I left my job last year to dedicate my life to my son, to be with him 24/7 pretty much. My son is autistic. My story. And so he's the love of my life. He's my baby boy, my everything. So it was just hard for me. And even though I took my hours to a part-time status and took certain days off, it just wasn't good enough. He needed me and I wanted to be here and he wanted me to be here so bad. I just made the decision that I had to do everything I could to be with him. And I did that through the years. I've sacrificed work, sacrificed having no income, but he was number one. He was worth it. It was more important. This time I was blessed to be able to work for the state and be able to be paid and be with him. And I'm so happy that they have that now for parents with children with disability or elderly parents, what have you. So I'm going into other things, but I'm trying to give you a little feel of why I have been MIA. And there's so much more, but I can't think of right now. But anyway, this is a get ready with me video. One of my plans that I had when I last talked to you was about doing topics. I don't know what I'm going to call my series, but it's going to be about all kinds of different topics. It'll start with marriage, and then I'll go into fidelity, probably a sex talk, a dating, how you deal with financial things, autism, oh my God, college, how you deal with children in college, going back to school, if it's worth it, is it not, cooking, just everything across the board. I can't think of it right now, but let's get into this video. But I'm so happy to be back. I'll try not to be MIA as much, as I have been a couple of times, but just bear with me. Know that it's not that I don't care. It's that I have to put me and my family, especially my family first, in health and things that we have to do to and for each other. So moving on, it's good to be back. I'm feeling good. This is just a normal day. It's Saturday. I have a play date scheduled for my son with his best friend. He went to his house a few weeks ago, and now it's his turn to come to our house. I'm going to get them some pizza, some soda, let them be in my son's room, which is his world, and play video games, watch movies, whatever they want to do. My daughter went to college today, even though it's Saturday. She has dance all day. My husband went to do a side job, so it's just me and my baby boy. So I just thought, I already took a shower, just got my tank top on, just with some shorts. It's just a chill day. So let's get started, because I know this video is going to be long. My hair, this is how I woke up. My hair is naturally curly, and I always at night, when I wash my hair at night, because I take a shower in the morning, I take a shower at night. At night, I wash my hair, and I just leave it the way it is and just pin it up here just to get it out of my face. Let's start with the makeup. And maybe I should pin my hair up just to get it out of my face. This is what I usually do to put my makeup on. So, I just start with the foundation. Sometimes when I know I'm going to go somewhere, I go full-fledged with the makeup. I do like a more bigger, bolder, brighter look, a more sophisticated look, a more dramatic look. But I'm pretty much going to be in the house. I'm just going to run out for some pizza. So I'm going to do a more simpler look. It ain't going to be too simple, but it's going to be there. So what I do is, I've said this before, these are my favorite sponges to apply my makeup. I feel like they get in the nooks and cranny and they apply the foundation better than any brush, any other sponge could do. I get these anywhere. They have them at Walmart, at not Big Lots. I've never seen them, but Ross. So I just put a couple of squirts. I'm using my favorite line of foundation from the beginning. I said it's just the same, if not better than MAC. It's the Revlon Color Stay line. Right now, I used to be in a buff shade for many years, and now I'm in the natural tan. I don't know if my skin just tend to get darker or what, but the buff wasn't looking good. It kind of gave me a ghost look after many years. So this is the color that I found. So I just squirt like 3 to 4 squirts. Then I just bend the sponge together and I just dab, cover all the spots that I'm going to cover. under the eye. I hate when people blend with the do the beauty blender and dab their whole makeup on through the whole process. I just dab it to get it in the spots where I'm gonna later be spreading it abroad. So now it's all the way dabbed on all the spots that I'll need. So I just kind of go around my face, just spread it out. I go on the nose, and I go in the crack of the nose there because I got a nose ring. So I have to make sure I get in there. I do the eye. You know that I have OCD, so I have counts. I'm not counting out loud, but I just did 4 on each side above the lid. I do 5 under the lid. Don't mind me if you don't have OCD. You don't have to worry about this. It's just the way that makes me feel comfortable. Then I just kind of go around the edge of the hairline and then go back in. Make sure I cover my lips. And I don't tucker my lips, and I cover it because I want the makeup to be on there because it makes your makeup last longer. And then I go and cover the neck so that my neck is well blended with my face. Then I kind of, once I know I got everything, I just kind of go over it a little bit just to make sure. See how you can push down and really get in the nooks and cranny of those corners that are normally hard to get. And that's it. Then I do my powder, which right now I'm using the CoverGirl Clean. Oh, I'm doing the mirror. I'm kind of going back for the Cover Clean. That's the one I'm using now. I like e.l.f., but I ran out of my e.l.f. I usually have MAC powder, Unique powder. I like those are some of my favorite powders. But right now is what I have. So I just kind of take the brush. Now the powder I do with the brush. It's just more comfortable. It applies better. Not so much the foundation. I have brushes for the foundation. I've tried it here and there. It's okay, but it's not my best. It's not my favorite. I should say that. So I kind of just go around the same areas that I did with my foundation, of course. Sometimes I get the ears a little bit so it blends out. Do the neck area as well. Okay, then I do, sorry, I'm out of focus. Hope this video isn't too long. I'll try to go as fast as I can. Then I do the blush. The one I'm using right now, oh, it's faded away. But I got this in the mall. I forgot what the name of the store was, and I just loved it. Let me see if I can open it, if you can see it better. It's that, I call it kind of that collider color, kind of blend of different, golds, browns, white stuff. So I just swirl it around. I make that puckering face. I'm not really a contour person, but I'll do it here and there. Today I won't. I'll just be doing blush because it's just a normal chill day. And then I kind of just take the same brush that I used for the powder and just kind of go around the edges of where I applied the blush to kind of just blend it in. And it's not this orange peachy just pouch right there. I don't know how it looks in the camera. It's blending out perfectly for me. Then I'll do my eyebrows. You probably heard that I have a hard time saying certain words. So I just kind of just take the brush and brush out the hairs. I plucked my eyebrows the other day, but sometimes it just seems like it needs a little bit more. I'm not going to do that today. So then I take my Maybelline pencil that has been around from what I remember, at least the 70s, if not later back. It's the best eyebrow pencil ever. You can also use it for eyeliner. Back in the day in high school, we used to just light it with the match and make it more softer, and then we would put it as eyeliner and it would stay really good. Now you don't have to do that. So many products out there that is no need for that. I'm so glad, because now all these places have sprinklers and you probably with the whole building. So I just kind of go around, just shape my eyebrows. I kind of just start under here and just shape, just so I know where to shade it in exactly. And then I'll do the tip. Now this is a quick, get ready with me, nothing fancy. This eyebrow tends to be thicker and I don't know why. God bless Q-tips. So then I'll just shade. I don't know if you can see me good. I'll just shade it in a little bit with this one. I don't like this one because even though it says dark brown, it has a brunette tint to it. So it's like a reddish brown, and I don't like that because my hair is dark brown. But I'll just lightly kind of start it shading in and shaping away. And then I go back and forth until I feel it's just where I want it to be. Okay. Then I'll take my bold city color bold brown. And I take my little mini brush. This brush is so good. It didn't come with the compact. It came with a small one. And I don't know where I got this from, but it's so perfect to do my eyebrows. That is just pretty much like that. Just your typical brow bar. So I redefine the line that I did with the pencil. But this one is definitely going to be the shading in one. So I start at the inner corner of my eyebrows. Some people like to keep this lighter than this. I don't know what it is. Maybe they like the natural flow to make it look as natural as possible. And it's weird because people think that this is not my eyebrows. This is my eyebrows. I shaped the true shape of my eyebrows. Just that my hairs are sparse. So shading it in helps to just bring out the true color of my hair. But I'm not using those big eyebrows that are really fake. I mean, it's the trend. So, you know, God bless everybody that does it. And they make a shape that's really not their shape. But they look good, though. But this is really my shape. So I just take it over here. Kind of just start shading it in with the thicker side of the brush. And then I'll turn it around and go on the thinner side of the brush and get any areas that I didn't get before. And wherever it's sparse, that's where I cover. I'm looking in the mirror, so hopefully I'm not out of the screen focus here. Then I go back to the wide. Sometimes it takes me longer than others. Sometimes I have good days where it goes perfectly right away. Sometimes not so much. This is an okay day. There we go. Was needing a little natural roundness at the end there. So thank God for Q-tips. Because anywhere where I went out the lines, it's kind of like coloring in the lines. Remember how they were coloring books where your teacher would tell you, make sure you stay in the lines. It's kind of like that. But with Q-tips, you can go. So it's pretty much like that. Then I take the Wonder Brow that's out. If you guys don't have this, I highly recommend it. It's the best thing that came out. Now it's come out as a Dermacol, I believe it's called. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's a concealer foundation. I want to order that. I think that's amazing. It covers like tattoos. Like you don't even have tattoos. It is amazing. I want to get that. But I did get the Wonder Brow. I have two colors. See, it's the Wonder Brow. Let me see if it goes into focus. There you go. I can't see the colors. I would need my glasses. But I got like a darker brown and a lighter brown. So I'm going to use a darker brown right now. And sometimes I'll use that same brush that I did with the shadow. Then sometimes I'll just take the brush that comes with it and just kind of take the excess off. So because it comes out, a lot of it comes out. And just kind of go over the part that I shaded in. Because I want them to last. It truly doesn't come off. You could wipe and scrub your eyebrows and it won't come off until you really want it to by washing and scrubbing a few times when you get in the shower or when you wash your face at night. But I put it on top so that my eyebrows last all day. It's looking good to me. I don't know if it's looking good in the camera. Just pluck my eyebrows, but it feels like I need. So I just put enough to cover the area that was shaded in. Like you say, you have to take the excess off because a lot comes out. And sometimes I have to go over it again with the brush. My eyebrows take the longest. I'm already at 20 minutes. Sometimes I'll go over it again with the... This might have to be in 2 parts. I hate when I have to do 2 parts. It bugs me. So now I'll just take... This is what I got from Shop Miss A. I love it. Spot cover and contour crayon. I love it. So I use it for my concealer. And I go around that eyebrow to give it definition. A little bit under. I'm not those kind of people that put a lot. Like they put all this concealer almost covering it as if it was foundation. I mean, it works for you. That's great. But I don't feel that people need all of that. But... And then I just take my finger and I kind of just smooth it out. Make sure I don't erase. Well, see, that Wonder Brow is good because I could go over it, not erase it. I might have to go back and define the line. Then I have this one that I got from my Ipsy bag. It's Trestique. This is good. It looks like when I first got it, I thought, who would send something with no top? It's really not the concealer. It is a top. So I just love that fact. And then I kind of go over it to give it a little bit darker, more, what's the word I'm looking for? More firmness. I don't know if that's the correct word. Just kind of go over it again. Now my face looks white. But have no fear. Then I kind of take that same sponge which has the excess of my foundation and kind of go over it so that if the concealer is too light or too bright, I don't know what you want to call it, I could just blend it into the foundation as long as it covers. I like concealer as a base to my eyeshadow because it makes it last longer. I only put it under my eyes because you usually have like darkness from loss of sleep or whatever the case may be. I've never had bags so far, thank God. But that's where you need to correct certain spots. And maybe people have other spots that they feel need to be corrected. Now I'm going to do my eyeshadow. So I'll take my brush. And right now I'm going to use my Rock Nudes by Maybelline. I have all 4. I have the first one that came out, which is Maybelline The Nudes. And then they came out with the second one, which was the Blush Nudes. I got that one. Oh my God, this one was in high demand. So this was the first one, The Nudes. Second one was the Blush Nudes. This one is high in demand. They would only get 3 or 4 and they would sell out. It took weeks for me to get one. So I cherish it. Then they came out with the Rock Nudes, which are more bluer, blacker, deeper colors. And then the last one they came out with was the Gold Nudes, the 24 karat nudes, which I love it. These are my favorite colors. These 2 are my favorites. The pink, the Blush Nudes, and the 24 karat nudes. I'm into pinks and golds, but I love the others as well. Oh my God, we're at 23. So I'm going to open this one. And I'm going to use this color right here. I always have a base color, which is in the beige tone. So I'm going to use that as my base for my eye. And then I kind of, again, shape around underneath the eyebrow. I guess it's the eyebrow bone. That's what we call it. And just go over the same area that I did the concealer, covering the whole eye. Then I'll do the other eye just as well. Yeah, this is going to be in a part 2 because this is supposed to be hair and makeup. So part 2 would probably be the finishing touches of the makeup and the hair part. You know, I always have to have an intro. I always have to explain, especially if I've been MIA where I've been. I can't just go, okay, get ready with me. And like, what? Where you been? What are you talking about? So then I take my other brush. My nose always sniffles when I do videos. It drives me crazy. So I'm going to choose this silverish gray color. I usually try to match with my clothes. I'm that kind of person. I'm queen of color coordination. But this is just a chill day. And it's just in the middle there. I don't want it too bright and bold and sophisticated, and I don't want it too basic-y. So I'm going to start with this would be called my transitioning shade. I'm getting messages from my friend, the one that's supposed to have the play date. So she said she'd be here after do it. She could do it next Saturday. But I'm going to have to tell her next Saturday can't happen because my son will have his surgery on Thursday and he has to have at least a 2-week recovery where he has to pretty much just take it so easy. I mean, you can't even sneeze or blow your nose. There's a process to that. He can't dance, jump, move, walk too fast. He has to sit up and have his face and nose elevated. So I just take this from the outer corner. I cover the middle of my eyelid. So it's like your transitioning part. So I take it from the outer, go to the inner corner, back and forth, and I kind of dip into the corner of the bottom lid. So that's what I'm doing. And I hit that bottom corner. Call it the cat eye. Now, I just blew on my brush. Don't do that with professional clients or with your clients. That's only for your personal use. State Board hates that. They call it unsanitary because your clients don't know where your breath or your mouth has been, and mouth can carry germs. But if you're doing yourself, you can tap it out, which most of the time I do. But, I also blow. But I know I take very good care of my mouth, brush my teeth. I know where my mouth, my saliva, everything has been. But, and of course, I want sanitary for myself as well. But because I know I'm safe, I'm good if I happen to blow. Going towards that bottom corner lid and just going back and forth. And I'll go back to that eye. And then instead of the outer corner, I start in the inner corner this time to make sure that the whole middle is covered evenly. Then I'll do the same. And then on the third strike, I go in the middle. That way I know I'm covered evenly. I don't know if you can see this. Let me get closer. I keep looking at the mirror, trying to focus. So I start in that middle and then go to the corners. Kind of get that corner again. That's pretty much it. Then I'm going to use, because I have some blue and some black in me, I'm going to use this between these two colors right here. Look at me in the mirror. This dark one and this sparkly black one. I'm sorry because I'm doing the mirror and the camera at the same time. So I'm sorry if I'm like showing the mirror and forgetting you guys. So yeah. So this is the one I use as the middle transitioning shade, which is this one. It's like a shimmer silvery color. And then for the bottom lid, I'm going to go back and forth between these two, which is a dark blue or navy blue with some sparkly black. Again, this is the Rock Nudes. What do you call it? So the brush that it came with, that's what I'm going to use because it's just going to go on the lid. So I'll put that right there. So then I'll just take the lid right here and just slightly also go back and forth. So, and then start in one corner and go back and forth. I do this in 3 steps so that I make sure I'm evenly covered. So outer to inner, inner to outer, then middle to both corners. That makes sense. In this case, on the bottom, I start in the middle. Then I did the outer corner. Now I'm doing the inner corner. Then I'll go to the other eye. Went up a little bit too high. I'll get that with the Q-tip. I'm going to put a little black on this side because I totally did blue over here. Okay, now take Then I take my powder brush and get any excess. It's kind of making it. So I'm back. I had to do a little bit of cleanup and I didn't want to waste time. I'm already at 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead. This is the Unique eyeliner. I love it. Love it. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. So I'm going to put that on real quick. Since I have a black shirt, we'll do black eyeliner. And I just take it. My favorite is liquid eyeliner, but lately I've been liking the pencil. So I'll just do this side. Go all the way from one corner to the next. Then I'll go back to the other one, do the same again. And if I have to do any cleanup, get my Q-tip. Just slightly go under it, just to make it an even shape. Then I take my eyebrow, my eyelash. My favorite has always been L'Oreal Voluminous. So I'll do that. I don't have a lot of eyelashes, so you sometimes have to put 2 or 3 of mascara, but my time is going on, so I'm going to give you a basic idea of how I do it. So I start at the outer corner, and I do an upward strokes to kind of pull those hairs out since I don't have long eyelashes. I do like 10 strokes of that. Then I go in regular way. There we go. Do like 20 strokes of that. Then I go in the middle, kind of shake it left to right, pull those hairs out, then do 20 strokes. And in the corner, shake, pull those hairs out. I do 30 over here because I'm going to go back and do 10. Weird. OCD people. And 10. Pull those hairs out some more. Then the bottom, I do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20. Then over here. And then I pull it out, 20 strokes. The bottoms are harder. I really have very small eyelashes. I'm not a fake eyelash person. I'll do it every blue moon if I'm going to a special place. It's just never been my favorite thing. Even though I would be the one that would need them the most, I should be the first one in line, qualified. Since I don't have my